Okay, next question is write a menu-driven program to print the following series. The question in the exam can also be asked in the second type. Okay, now before I've told you one, I showed you. If the question was written write a program, then you directly do is void. So the two methods you make, a void series 1, void series 2, and inside that you solve. But when you see a menu-driven program, you know what you need to apply. We need to apply switch case. Okay, so how will you do this question? First you have to write import and then buffer reader, and then you start with the program. So you start with void series, class series and void show throw the exception buffer reader, and then we will ask what series you want to print. So we have to ask enter 1 for series 1 and enter 2 for series 2. 1 and 2 are integer values, so take int option, int op equals integer dot parse int. So after taking the OP value, we have to start switch OP. Now we are going to start this switch case. Okay, switch OP. After start, now see the sequence what we have in case 1. We'll solve the first series question, case 1. Okay, if you see the sequence, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top one. Yes or no? And down, can we relate with the top term? Can we relate down term? 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 4 is 6. We cannot do a plus or into 2, 3 is 6, 3, 4 is 12. So there is not a particular sequence been occurring. The up term we have a sequence of plus 1. Okay, so before we get into that, we have to understand, do we have anything input we need to take? We have unknown term, the first term, yes, we have a and n, so we'll ask system.out.print, enter the value of a and n. So after taking the value of a and n, we have to start the loop. See the sequence which I've got, that will become your I loop. Okay, so for int I will start from 1, it will go till n. Clear all of you? We have taken a loop I equals to 1, I less equals to n, I plus plus. Now for what to do with the 3, 6, 12? We are not getting a particular sequence with the up term, but can we get a sequence down term only, like 3 and 6, 6 and 12, 12 and 24? Are they related to each other? Yes, we have a sequence down also. 3 to the 6, 6 to the 12, 12 to the 24. So the down terms we have a sequence of multiply by 2. So what you will do is, up term we have taken I, down term we will take, let's say, a variable c. Clear all of you? So if I take c value should start with 3. So inside this case 1 I will take integer int c equals to 3. Clear all of you? Now what is the term we are getting now? The whole term will change. The universal term will change by I divided by a plus c. The term will be I divided by a plus c. All the terms are I divided by a plus c. So this is the universal term for the first question. Okay, so write, if you write, since we will calculate sum, I take int s equals to 0, or sorry, double s equals to 0. Inside case 1 we wrote up, okay, that int c is 3 and double s we took as 0.0. Since we will calculate s will be equals to s plus I divided by a plus c. Clear all of you? Once you have calculated the sum, close the braces and print the sum. Sum equals to, after that c value, see I value is already changing from the loop. Please see carefully, I values are changing from that I plus plus which is happening inside the loop. Now c value I have set as 3, that also will change, no, every time. It is changing by how? The next c value will be equals to the previous value of c into 2. So we will write c equals to c into 2 after the sum is done. So you can see clearly that c will be equals to c into 2. Like next value of c will be c into 2, that is 3 to the 6, 6 to the 12, 12 to the 24. This way the c values will be generated every time. First c will get added is 3, next time c added will be 6 to a, then next time the value of c which will get added to a is 12, then the value of c which will get added will be 24. This way the sum will be calculated based on the values of I and C and A. Clear? After this is done, you just need to print system.out.print the sum is plus S, and after that you write the break statement. This is how you do question 1. Now next do now question number 2. Okay, there is a plus minus sequence when we have this. How to do? We start with case 2 now. Okay, in the case 2 we have sum equals to 1 by 2 minus 2 by 3 plus 3 by 4 minus 4 by 5. Now plus minus sequence is there in those type of questions. How to solve this type of questions? Okay, now there is sequence first. What is sequence? 1 2 3 4 plus 1 sequence, and down we have 2 3 4 5, but we can relate with the up term, so we can, the down term will be I plus 1. If the up is I, down will be I plus 1, and there is a sequence of plus 1. So therefore my universal term will change by I divided by I plus 1. I divided by I plus 1 is the universal term in the next question. But the problem here is with the plus minus sign. Okay, that we'll see later on. If there was no plus minus sign, if there was plus sign, what you need to do? Just we'll start with the for loop first. Think of the for loop. For we start with 1, we'll go till 10 I plus plus. So what we'll do here is whatever are the what you'll do is we'll take a flag variable. Okay, int f equals to 0 for making it on and off. So you've taken an integer f equals to 0, a flag variable for this plus minus, and what this will do is inside this if block we'll take int if f double equals 0. At the starting the f value is 0. Once the first one we have added it, the plus first term is the plus 1, second one is the minus 1. The first plus terms will get added, then the else block the minus terms will get added. Clear? This is how we'll do. See, what we'll do is if f double equals to 0, what we'll do is s equals to s plus I divided by I plus 1. So what we did here is s equals to s plus I divided by I plus 1. We're adding the term, first term will get added, and then after what will happen, f value will change to 1. Okay, for the next term, when the term we have to add is 2 by 3, that you have to minus it. Yes or no? That we have to subtract it. So what will write? S equals to s minus I divided by I plus 1. So when f first value of f was 0, think properly. Okay, what are my I values? I values are 2 1 2 3 4 till 10. Now at the starting the f value is 0, so the first term, that is 1 by 2, will get added in s, and f value will change to 1. So at the starting f is 0, the first term is 1 by 2 will get added in s, and then because it will go in the if block, f will change to 1 after that. So after adding 1 by 2, f will change to 1. Clear all of you? That means the next term when we have 2 by 3 will go in the s block. Since f is not 0, it will go to the else block. It means s will subtract 2 by 3, s minus 2 by 3. Then again f will change to 0. Clear all of you? It means the next term what will happen is 0 now. For the third term, after the second term, the third term is 3 by 4. F is 0, again it will go in the if block, it will get added. So plus 3 by 4 will get added, again f will change to 1. So this way what will happen? Plus minus terms will get added one after the other. First plus, then minus term, again plus term, then minus term. It is just doing on and off. The f variable here is the flag variable which is doing on and off for adding the plus term and the minus term. First term is here the plus term, so we are adding s equals to s plus I divided by I plus 1. The second term is the minus term, again the s minus, so we wrote s equals to s minus I divided by I plus 1. Once we have calculated this else block, then we need to close the for loop and then print the value of sum. So after you have finished printing the sum is plus s, we have to do the default. After that you did a wrong choice, and then close the method and close the class. This understood? This is how you do series question using minute driven program. Observe this properly, because in your board exams like this question comes. Clear? Okay, thank you. See you in the next video.